Nobody asked, but in the earlier 2010s, my friends and I, and everyone else on the planet apparently, liked to go onto Minecraft and play various versions of game modes that we referred to as the Hunger Games, like the books. If you died even once, you were out. Whether someone killed you or you fell off a ledge or starved, it didn't matter. If you died, you stayed dead. Some of you younger viewers are probably thinking, that just sounds like knockoff Battle Royale. It wasn't. Battle Royale was not a thing that existed. The idea of having only one life in a video game was a crazy thought. This was back when the main popular video games besides Minecraft were pretty one note. Halo Reach, Black Ops 2, Battlefield 3, these were the most popular games at the time, and they were all team-based first-person shooters that, objective-based or not, usually boiled down to death matches. Then for whatever reason, all us early to mid-teenagers collectively said, yo, what if when you died, you actually died? And there were some custom game modes in Halo Reach, but the easiest game to pull off this mechanic with was Minecraft. It became an entirely different way to play the game because it changed the fundamentals of how you planned your actions. When you only have one life in our Minecraft version of the Hunger Games, you think, alright, I gotta set up a little shelter to protect me from the creatures, make sure I have food, make some basic weapons for defense, I probably won't get attacked soon, so we're good, I've got a house now, am I still alive? Cool, I should make some better weapons in case a person tries to attack me. Oh, now that I have these better weapons, I may as well attack. I think there was an official online game mode for a time like this, but I always just played this on the Xbox 360 with my friends. But the point I'm getting at was, it was a blast. Then some people with money saw that and thought, one life, huh? How can I turn that into money? And now we have this brand new entire genre of battle royales. It's not even a subgenre at this point. It's so big, it's a genre right up there with puzzle racing and FPS. Battle Royale exploded onto the scene with PUBG in 2017, which is now one of the top-selling video games of all time. I didn't get PUBG until very recently, but I could see why it was blowing up, and the reason was twofold. It was something new and fresh, like the same things you hear people saying about that new musician, but Billy Eyelash, something like that. The second reason kicked in when PUBG got some competition later that same year in the form of Fortnite. Fortnite had the same new school gameplay, plus the second main reason Battle Royale took off. It's free. Fortnite and its later competition coming in 2019, Apex Legends, are totally free to play. But they do not play like free-to-play games. These are the developers of Gears of War and Titanfall 2 respectively. Say what you will about these games, but they are made by people who know how to make games. And both of these games possess tighter controls and smoother mechanics than any free-to-play games have any business possessing. The fresh new gameplay style, coupled with the accessibility and the fact that a lot of the most popular titles are free to play, it should surprise nobody that Battle Royale is the juggernaut that it is today. Heck, it's powerful enough that it made someone think this was a good idea.
Yeah, we put a Battle Royale in Fallout 76.
Now, as you've probably realized, this video is not a review of a particular game. It's a review of the new Battle Royale genre as a whole. I will be looking at what are probably the top 5 biggest names in Battle Royale throughout its life thus far, and aside from that last joke, we're not talking about Fallout 76. I'm also not going to be officially scoring any of these games except PUBG, mainly because one of the main things I consider when scoring games is it worth the asking price? And that doesn't really apply when 2 of the 5 games in question are free, and the other 2 have way more to offer than just their Battle Royale modes, so I don't think it's fair to those 4. I'm going to go in chronological order of the Battle Royale games I've played, not chronological order of release. Let's start with Minecraft. Like I said, Battle Royale got its starts with Minecraft, and while there were in fact online servers dedicated to this game mode, I always just found myself throwing myself into a random map with a bunch of friends and just surviving. We usually had a few house rules like no attacking any human players for the first 10 minutes. Sometimes we would say things like no fire allowed or dynamite, things like that to just clean up the game a bit. These games usually went on for between 20 minutes and an hour as we'd scramble to different corners of the map and rush to establish a home base before we find ourselves under siege. This was always just a super fun thing to do in Minecraft, and it makes sense why game developers wanted a piece of that action. But they knew there were some things that had to be remedied in their own games. First of all, unless your middle name is Battlefield 4, nobody wants a single game that takes an hour. That's just ridiculous. And obviously at its core, they can't just rip off Minecraft, so they would have to decide how these games would be played and what mechanics to put emphasis on. Most AAA games, including Fortnite, decided decided to put the focus more on combat over general survival. Like I said, I didn't get PUBG in its heyday, but I did get Fortnite, because remember, reason number 2, it's free. Fortnite was much more focused on combat than survival, but they also kept a similar harvesting mechanic to Minecraft, mostly for the purposes of throwing up quick impromptu defenses. As I said before, Fortnite has tight mechanics, good controls, but this was never a favorite of mine. I think Fortnite tried to do their best to increase the pacing with things like shrinking safety bubbles you gotta stay in and throwing 100 players in per game, but there was just something missing. When I did this in Minecraft, there was always something to do. The combat itself wasn't fast-paced, but you were hunting and crafting and building so much you were always busy. Fortnite, you got about a 50% chance of survival in any given fight, unless you're super good. The same is true in Minecraft, but there was so much else to do that it wasn't as big a deal. But unfortunately in Fortnite, it's all about combat. There's no way to build up your strength in-match aside from a few shield boosts and finding good guns, so the game tends to end for you pretty quickly if you actually seek people out to fight. But if you want to win, your best bet is to hide, and that's boring. Again, clearly I'm not good enough at this game to be competitive, but this pacing issue due to focusing on combat didn't stop with Fortnite. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 released in October of 2018, and it launched with a Battle Royale mode. I thought maybe this would fix those issues from Fortnite. Call of Duty's always been a very fast-paced, fun, running gun game, but I'm afraid while they have taken steps to fix that issue, they're still present in Black Ops 4 Battle Royale. Like Fortnite, it's very tight mechanically. The items you pick up are a little less obvious, but I never struggled to find something useful, and they did add some cool features like vehicles and zombie hordes that you might have to deal with. But the thing is, the zombie hordes cost you precious bullets to engage, and they drop rare weapons when you kill them and other loot, but that means wherever there's zombies, that's where everyone else will be too. So unfortunately, while this is something fun to do in the game mode, if you want to win, it's still best to avoid them and hide, which we've established isn't fun, and if you want to have fun and engage people, you got about a 50% chance of ending the game on your first sight of another human being. And without the harvesting mechanic from Fortnite, I think rather than rise above Fortnite with its added vehicles and zombies to the mix, it ends up being about even. Apex Legends released in early 2019, and when it released, everyone was freaking out about how good it was. Ooh, I should give that a try. Maybe they fixed the "it's best to just hide" issue. Did they? Nope. Hey look, it's her again. Like Fortnite and Black Ops, it has tight controls and good mechanics, no glitches or anything like that. It's a well-polished game, it just struggles with the same issues the past examples do. Unless you're really good, you engage in combat and the game is over very quickly. I think I can best sum it up by my friend that I asked about Apex Legends when it came out. I said, "Is it fun?" And he said, "It's well made, it's fun, but it's still Battle Royale." And I think that just sums up the fact that this issue is a plague on the genre. Once again, unfortunately, with Apex Legends, if you want to have fun, 50% chance of dying on the first sight of another human being. And if you want to win, hide, which again is lame. It still can't match Minecraft in engagement for every skill level. Now mind you, if you're really good at these games, you can clean house and blast the other teams to smithereens, and that's fun. But the way the Minecraft game we played worked was engaging for people of every skill level because there was so much to do. And again, I know I'm gonna get some hate comments saying I just need to get good, but I just have hope that something is gonna fix this pacing issue in Battle Royale. So, to give Battle Royale a fair shake, I decided to try PUBG on Xbox. I thought this was the first major Battle Royale game to hit the scene, it's one of the top selling games of all time, and as opposed to Apex and Fortnite, it's a dedicated Battle Royale game that actually costs money. Maybe this is the game that perfected Battle Royale. Maybe this is the, oh gosh, why? Why? What is this? What is this? What is the frame rate on this minimap? What are these graphics? They look worse than Toontown. What is this? When you're in the plane, the map doesn't render fully. It's just a big flat nothing. So if you want to land by any buildings, you just gotta guess or use the mini-map that runs at -2 frames per second. The controls are so awkward. The aiming is non-existent. Holy cow. Okay, the aiming itself isn't that bad, but still. I'm told the PC version is better, and to be fair, I haven't played the PC version, but the Xbox One I'm playing on, this is a pathetic excuse for a video game. It is decades behind its two free counterparts, and this piece of trash
have the audacity to ask me for more money?
Is it even worth asking the question, is there anything to do besides combat? I'm not just not recommending this game, I am begging anyone watching this, do not buy PUBG on Xbox One. Oh my gosh, 1 out of 5. If I could give it a 0, I would. Alright. I'm good. In conclusion, I don't hate Battle Royale. I think it's a really neat concept that when perfected, I could see providing fantastic multiplayer action, but I don't think it's been perfected yet. As of right now, I think the Battle Royale game doing its best right now is Fortnight. The scavenging mechanic gives you at least a little bit to do when you're not engaging in combat, but I hope over the next few years we'll see some more AAA studios try what some of the smaller developers tried, with the emphasis on survival like we did in Minecraft as opposed to combat. I don't think these games are bad. Okay, well, I think this one is, but I don't think the rest of them are. I just think they have growing to do. If I had to make a prediction, if these games don't evolve, I don't think they'll last too much longer. But I think the more likely scenario is we'll see more companies getting into the Battle Royale game and providing a more diverse range of options. Maybe some of them will do a more survival-based Battle Royale, like the Hunger Games Minecraft from the days of old. All in all, I'm curious to see where this train goes. It may not be my favorite thing right now, but I'm hopeful about what it can become in the future.